Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you do not know me, my name is Paula. I am a certified life coach, speaker, author, and founder of Beautifully Made. And welcome back. So obviously I'm in a different environment. I'm actually filming this video at work. So if you see my stuff in the background and all of that, it is because I am at work. But I wanted to film this for you all because I think that this message is going to bless you. Okay. And what I want to tell you today is God wants your heart more than he wants your hand. I'm going to say that again. God wants your heart more than he wants your hand. I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to read Matthew chapter 7, verses 21 through 23, and this is the NIV version. And it says, "Not everyone who says to me, 'Lord, Lord,' will enter the kingdom of heaven, but only the one who does the will of my Father who is in heaven. Many will say to me on that day, 'Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name, and in your name drive out demons, and in your name perform many miracles?' Here's the key verse. 'Then I will tell them plainly, I never knew you. Away from me, evildoers.'" Wow. So you mean to tell me we can prophesy, we can cast out demons, we can perform all these miracles, we can do all these great things, and still get to the day where we go before the Father and he says, "I don't know you. I never knew you." God wants your heart more than he wants your hand. Yes, God uses us to fulfill his will in the earth. Yes, God uses us to preach his word, to prophesy, to lay hands on the sick and they're healed. Yes, God uses us. But God desires relationship. God desires our heart. God desires intimacy. And just like with any other relationship that you have, whether it's marriage, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a business partnership or whatever, every relationship has a level of intimacy. Some relationships have a higher level, such as a marriage versus a business relationship. There's going to be a much higher level of intimacy in a marriage than in a business partnership. And understand that when I say intimacy, a lot of times when we think of the word intimacy, we think about it only in the context of marriage, and we think about physical intimacy. But what I mean is simply vulnerability. What I mean is simply the ability to have close proximity and access into a person's life, and they have that same level of access and closeness in your life. And so intimacy is not just a sexual thing in terms of, or physical thing in terms of marriage. It just means being able to be vulnerable. It talks about or deals with the level of trust that is present in that relationship. And so with God is the only one that we can come to naked and unashamed. What do I mean when I say naked and unashamed? I mean, God is the only one that we can literally bring every part of who we are, the broken parts, the fearful parts, the anxious parts, the angry parts, the disappointed parts, the hurt parts. We can bring all of who we are to God because he cares for us. That's what his word says. He says, "Cast all of your cares upon me." Cast all of your cares upon him because he cares for you. And so God wants our intimacy. He wants the closeness. He wants it to be so that we can go throughout our normal day-to-day routine and we can talk with him. And our time with him is not restricted to just in the morning or at night, but it's throughout the day. God wants us to get to the point where we are walking with him. We can hear his voice any time of the day. We can come to him any time of the day. We can cry out to him any time of the day. He can speak to us, give us instruction, just minister to us any time of the day. He wants us to get to the place where we're able to hear his voice and we're able to feel his presence no matter where we are or what we're doing. That is intimacy with God. And that intimacy, that closeness, that access, that close access, that's what God desires. More than what you can do, more than how great you can prophesy, more than how good of a communicator you are, more than all of that. God wants your heart. So my question to you today is, how close are you to God? How close are you? Yeah, we can say, oh yeah, God is my homie. God is my ride or die. No. How close are you to God? Do you know him as Father? Who do you know God to be? Who do you say that he is in your life? When's the last time you talked to him? Is it only in the 30 minutes that you give him in the morning or the 15 minutes that you give him at night? And everything else in between that is just what you want to do and the agenda that you have for your day. These are questions to ask yourself. God desires your heart more than he desires your hand. Yes, he wants us to work. Yes, there are things that he wants us to do. He's given each of us a unique assignment, right? In order to complete an assignment, there's work that you have to do. So God doesn't negate the work, but he wants our heart more than anything. So I encourage you to find where your heart is in God, to think about that. Meditate on Matthew 7:21-23. All right? Give God your heart today, not just your hand. All right? Thank you all so much for tuning into this YouTube video. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're listening on the Overcomer podcast, thank you so much for tuning in. Listen, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel and my podcast, I thought we were cool. Go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and share this. All right. I will see you all in the next one. Bye.